G'day legends and welcome back to another video. Today we are exploring what might just happen to be the best stretch of coastline on the Yorke Peninsula. We're exploring hidden beaches, chasing fish across the coast and camping at a place that costs way more than it does down the road. So the question is it actually worth it? Or are you better off saving your dosh and camping elsewhere? Stick around because by the end of this video you'll know exactly where I stayed and is it worth it? But let's stop yapping about it and get out there, hit the coast and catch some stonking salmon. G'day legends and welcome back to another video. Today we are exploring some of the Yorke Peninsula's best coastline that I've ever seen. It is unbelievable here. If you could see what I'm seeing right now, you would be frothing at the mouth just like I am. I've got the fishing rod in hand, got to go to Salmon Beach and probably not catch a salmon, but that's okay because this beach is absolutely freaking stunning. Unreal. Spin you around, check this out. This is where we call home today. Look at that. Sandy beaches as far as I can see. From basically where we are right now, Salmon Beach, this is the furthest western point we can get, eastern point we can get to. And I'm going to take you all the way through to the western point. It's about 8.2 kilometers over today. It's a beautiful day. It's quite warm. A little bit of southwesterly wind, probably about 5-6 knots, so absolutely nothing. If you're dying off this afternoon, I am frothing at the mouth over this location because it looks beautiful. And I cannot wait to show you and explain to you why you should come to this location and why it is worth it. Bloody troopers. I went down to those two people on the beach fishing because on the way in I seen an eastern brown. It was only a tiny one, about 3.5, 4 foot, but it was sort of just off the pathway and it was in a bit of an aggressive stance. I got a little bit of footage of it. I'm not sure how good this picked it up, but the lady was just like, yeah, they're locals, we're here often, you know, can't help it, which is true. It's part of Australia, I get, but I just love troopers like that. They're just like, yeah, whatever, it's what it is. So I think what I'm going to do now is head down to the rocks on the other side and fish. And yeah, just chuck a lure, because they said that the seaweed here is absolutely bloody terrible. So yeah, it's so gorgeous here. I don't really care if I get a fish or not. Baby, we got one. Just a really small one there. Such a beautiful fish. Look at that. I'm gonna get back in the water before he gets too. See, there's something else out there. Just a baby. Where's his dad and mum? Getting smaller. Doesn't matter though, that's a beautiful fish. It's hooked so well too. There you have it. Absolute tiny one. Positive is we're getting fish at Salmon Beach. They're not very big, but I'll take all the practice I can get at the moment. That's hilarious. It's probably one of the smallest ones I've ever got, but it's probably the hardest fight. Beautiful fish. So I think out the back where there's heaps of seaweed, I can see a bit of a school of fish. And the problem is it's quite a big cast to get there. So if I fall short, I don't even get close. But I'm getting something, that's the main thing. Here we have it, the famous Australian seaweed. That's one of my biggest ones I've ever caught. Jokes. I've caught so much of this shit, it's unbelievable. I thought I was on again then. I thought, bloody hell, we're three here, boys. Beautiful little session. Absolutely love that. Tiny fish, but that's okay. Everyone as bad as me needs practice. I think what I want to do now is just head to these rocks and see if I can get to the other side because I'm packing up shit now because the tide is coming in. And it is breaking that sand barrier just there, and the swell, it's not very big, but to get past it I have to get quite deep and it's probably getting a little bit unsafe now. So I think I'm gonna be a smart man and just call it quits, because you never fight with the ocean. It'll always win. It is bloody always going to win. And where I was fishing to, there's a little bit of a rip. Actually, I think it's ripping around the corner here. Because a rip there's a rip up further, there's a rip up further than that. Very dangerous bit of ocean this, I can already tell, because it's quite deep as soon as you get out. The plan now is just to go sort of venturing. See how we go around the corner. It looks like on the maps there's a bit of a protected bay there. If I can just flick a lure, I don't know, sit there and watch the world go by, I don't really care. It is just so beautiful here. Whatever I do is going to be a good time. Looks like there's plenty of fish down here. Oh, it's a good little fish actually, I think. How did I do that? One lure, two fish. How good's this? How good is this? Can't get one fish, but I can get bloody two. That's how many fish there are down there. I'm getting two. That's like a big bloody washing machine, that looks terrible to be caught in. Oh my gosh, that just scared the crap out of me. I just jumped down. I just jumped down from these rocks here and there was a seal, almost fell on top of it. Oh my God, I know the heat. My heart is pounding. I never even thought about the bloody things walking around here. I was sitting there, looking at the waves crashing in, and I almost went and stepped over this rock, and it was a bloody seal. It was huge too. Oh, whew. That puts one up, yeah. Whew. Right, so I might start on a bit of higher ground now. It was funny, I was just thinking before, I really want to head back to Corny Point to look at the seals and everything. Well, that's about as close an encounter as you can get. Well, I think I would have rather been close to a snake, I'm not sure. Right, venturing on. Seems my heart rate's about 202. Crikey, look what we have just walked into. This is bloody paradise. Imagine this when it's stinking hot, coming around here, being fully isolated, having your own private beach. That is something to behold. I'm so glad I walked around here. This is honestly absolutely stunning. It is well worth the venture. This is actually one of the beaches that I really wanted to come to. And this is one of my favourite things, just going out and exploring rock forms on the edge of, really rough oceans. It's sort of, I don't know how to explain it. It sort of gives you this feeling on the ocean that you are such a small person. And for me, it's very similar to the mountains. You you become a very insignificant person when you come to places like this, because it is so rough, raw, rugged, and you think, just remember, you're a tiny little person living on this big rock, and there's a lot more dangerous things out there than what you can ever imagine. But this is cool, you know, you've got the crazy ocean just there, and then this sort of serene paradise looking thing just there. If you took a picture each way, people wouldn't believe that they're the same location. But this is cool. But a lot of sharks, no sharks. I'll definitely take this side, I think. Alrighty, had a quick flick down there because it's just such a secluded, nice, out of the wind bay. But now I need to head back and get some lunch. Check some tucker in my belly. And you know, this is beautiful. This is seriously beautiful. I can see from Salmon Beach now all the way through to Butlers Beach, and just goes on. So we're gonna keep continuing east today. And oh, flies again. And I generally think this is probably one of the worst sections of this camp. So all I can say is stick around, because there's so much more to come from here. It gets more rugged, more wild, but hopefully the Savo, the weather drops right off and goes down to about 4 or 5 knots. But even now it's beautiful. Like, up on top of the cliff face here, it's not that windy. When you get down towards the ocean, it gets actually better, which is quite weird. Very weird, actually. So now I'm just going to cruise back to the car. I can't leave these views, and get some tucker in my belly, and we'll continue on the Savo. Alrighty, we've had some tucker and we're moving on. Just about the road conditions around here, they're very, very good. I have got all terrains on my camper van. I don't have a problem with these rock formations that are sticking up or anything like that. Even towing a caravan through here would not have an issue. Campsites are really easy to get in and out from. And then obviously the ones that are a bit hard to get in and out from, the guys at the front desk will let you know. But probably the one thing I could say about driving a camper van around here, if you are towing a caravan, unhitch and drive a four-wheel drive, you're laughing. The roads are sweet, but you probably want to be quite confident reversing your camper van around here, because a lot of the roads you pull into, they're pretty narrow. They are very narrow, and like this one I come to last night, I'm at Annie's nursery. I come all the way in, and I had to reverse all the way out. I'm very confident at reversing, so it hasn't got an issue with me. But situations like with the van's parked now, you have to sort of reverse in there and pull up. There are other alternatives as well. You know, where I'm to Annie's nursery now, there's a loop down further, which is probably 1 kilometre away. You can park there and walk up with no issue. So there really is an issue driving around here and exploring places, and that's what we want to do right now. So when you drive into the main site, if you turn right, this is where I went to and parked and camped, because last night was quite windy, and you've got your main beach there. We're heading now left, which is west, and exploring all sort of the inlets that go from there. And I just went through Coffin Beach, and yeah, it's quite a big swell there, so I just sort of avoided that. And now going to Annie's nursery, there's some rock formations that I want to explore a little bit later from fish from. So we're going to keep exploring those outlets and just see what it is. And this is Annie's nursery, and I can already tell it is a big washing machine and very, very dangerous to be in here, but bloody hell, this is fantastic. What do you think your chances are of surviving in there? Slim to fluff all? I think so. Bloody hell, there's just so much going on that just keeps you stimulated. It's crazy coastline, absolutely crazy. So beautiful. That's a rooster as well. Yeah, right, it's pretty wild. Okay, so we are now at the most eastern point of their property, and this is Meteor Bay. It's beautiful, it's very protected, probably from my understanding, the little knowledge I have about this area, the most protected bay on this sort of coastline here, especially today for this south-southwesterly. It's got a little bit of sandy bay around here. I've just brought a little tiny whiting rod down. I might just chuck a line out because the main thing I want to do right now is just sit down for an hour pretty much and just chill out. And there's this nice rock formation here. I can just sit there, chill out. If I get nothing, who cares? If I get something, cool. That's even better. But it's beautiful down here. No idea what it is, some wrasse of some sort, but some reefy fish. Right, might be leather jackets, I reckon. I'm getting cleaned up every time I throw it out, and the shadow's just coming over, which means it's going to get cold in a second, so I might move around and fish off some rocks and see how we go, because today I'm not going too well here. That's okay, I'm having fun though, that's the main thing. See that float out there getting absolutely smashed? Yep, that's my bait. That's just a little bit of a reminder to tie your knots properly, because a fish is getting that and I'm not getting the fish. You absolute idiot, Matt. Rightio, I could almost say that was a complete waste of my time. I came to do some deep sea fishing off the rocks. First cast, lost me float, fish was smashing it. Then I tried to put a sinker on, throw it out, and I actually got a relatively decent fish. I got reefed pretty much straight away. So I can successfully call that a failure, if that's even a thing. But right now, I want to go and show you before the sun sets, because it is getting a little bit fresh right now. The single best thing about this campsite, and the #1 reason you have to come here, let me tell you, stick around because it's going to be absolutely incredible. Right, we have just arrived at the single best thing about this campsite. A bloody hot shower. I cannot wait. That right there is paradise, baby. Oh, Good thing about it is you can come fishing, get grubby, dirty, disgusting, and then come and clean up. How good. Oh, it's so warm. Oh. Anyone knows that travels full-time around Australia, hot showers, they're like hitting a reset button. They are so good. I'm so lucky I can shower in my van, but to have a shower that's longer than 30 seconds and that hot, oh, unbelievable. I feel 1,000,001 cents. Oh, so good, man. So good. So good. So good, baby. Just out here embracing the last little bit of light. Tonight's sunset was ripper. The conditions right now are ideal. The wind is pretty much completely gone. The weather is pretty much perfect. It's quite warm actually away from the main coast. In the background you can ever so slightly hear the waves crashing into Salmon Beach. Now I make a joke that the best thing about this campsite was the hot shower, and when you travel full time, a 3 or 4 minute hot shower is pretty bloody good. To go into the van and feel completely refreshed, you know, get into bed tonight and just feel absolutely cherry ripe. It's a pretty good feeling. But it's also $31 per night to stay here, so can I recommend it? That's a hard question to answer, because for me at the moment, I've loved it. It's been great here. But it's $60 for 2 nights, and when you compare that to, you know, you can book one campsite on the Yorke Peninsula through the council grounds and they'll charge you $50 for 7 days. So for 2 nights, $60, it's $10 extra and you're getting 5 days less. It's hard to weigh up. So if you're on a budget, no, I cannot recommend this place, because for me, the International Park where I'm heading to on the next episode, it's got better scenery, and yeah, it hasn't got hot showers and that, but it's $20 a night. You go to a place like Daly Head, I absolutely love that. I was by myself, I am by myself here again, but it's $10. It is $10. You know, you can't get free camps in the Yorke Peninsula when you get this far south, but to be paying that $30, it's hard, because it's a hard pill to swallow for me. It's a lot of money. You're helping out a local family. You know, it's good to go fishing and come back, have a hot shower. So those things for me are ideal, but it's hard to recommend. It really is hard to recommend, which is hard for me to say, because, you know, I love helping out local businesses down here, but it's a lot of money, and I'm sure come, you know, next week or the week after, when it's school holidays in the summer, it'll be pumping busy and they'll put money into the economy, and that'll be great. But for people like you and I that are on budgets and, you know, want to travel to these incredible places on a budget, I'd probably save your money here and go into the International Park for 2 nights. And, you know, you'll save $20 as well. So, I don't know, go and get a coffee somewhere and support locals that way. So, yeah, it's a beautiful coastline, don't get me wrong. It's an incredibly beautiful coastline, but it's a lot of money. That's the only thing. And yeah, sorry to say, it's a lot of money. And yeah, it's a local business, which I should be supporting as much as I possibly can, which I generally want to, but it is hard. So the plan for now is to pretty much camp here tonight. Well, obviously once again it's dark, and then early tomorrow morning get up, and then we're going to head into the International Park. But now I'm going to go in, probably watch a movie and just chill out, and I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.